Today we're going to iron the two paintings that we did on paper napkin yesterday. You can see by looking at this piece, although we're in a different room from my studio where we painted it, that there's wrinkles in the paper napkin. Now those won't all come out, especially the fold in the middle where the napkin was folded in the first place. But texture in paper is a cool thing. It gives you a sense of what you're really working with, in my opinion. That is not everybody's opinion. And I have carried that through with watercolor paper as well as paper napkin. Okay, so we need some paper to protect the artwork underneath, some paper above, and if you have any printing on your paper, as I do on the edge here, I try to make sure that that is not touching the artwork, because sometimes the ink comes off. This iron is on a cool setting, which will say warm on the iron, on the adjustment. And I'm going up and down in line with most of the folds. You can do this as quickly or slowly as you want. If you see any scorch marks on the paper that's on top of the artwork, stop working and let your iron cool off. It's a little bit too warm. So let's see what happened here. This is somewhat better. I don't know how much better it's going to get. There's some very interesting lines that you get where the different colors of what's on the paper napkin come together. And I'm going to just let that stay. I'm going to go over this once more and put the paper that was on top on top. Doesn't work very well to do this without paper on top, because you can get color coming off on your iron. If you want to use the iron for practical purposes, it's not so good. By practical purposes, I mean to iron fabric. Okay, now I'm going to take that. You can see how the static electricity builds up there. Now I've got most of the wrinkles that were in the sky, and most of the wrinkles are in the mountain, smoothed out. This one here is going to stay because it's folded where the napkin was folded for use at the table. And I'm going to leave this as it is, because I think this area right here is not going to come out. It is an artifact. It's very fashionable today to have paper be totally flat, the way that a canvas would be stretched for an acrylic or an oil painting. And paper actually doesn't work that way. I had a large argument with a gallery where I used to exhibit in Chicago, because in good watercolor paper made out of cotton textile fiber, I purposely left white area that was around the painted image with the little wavy lines that develop because I've wet part of the paper and not the rest. And the gallery was very upset with it. I wanted for people to see what I really saw in my studio. So just be aware, if you choose to do what I chose to do, it may not be the fave of an exhibiting facility. And I think that's pretty much it for this stage of the artwork.